The morning loop. It starts right now.
Welcome back to the Circus Nation. Another loop, another chance to get after it. Keith, Jon, Marty, what's shaking?
Lady Drew, if you're out there, we still love you.
Hey, Jon, we're gonna play catch with pitcher later today. Wanna join us?
Big show today, Nation, so let's get it rolling.
What are we talking about first, fellas?
Are we going to go play catch later, Anderson?
I think that doesn't even make sense. It's a 5-pound dog.
It's so funny, man. Good morning.
It's like some things don't even like solicit a response.
I love it. Good morning, Roofie. Good morning. You guys can join the show that's live right now and can open the phone lines up in the second hour. Hey, we had Jim Glassman join the show this yesterday. He tuned in, stumbled onto the show, picked up his phone and phoned us. I think he's going to join the show in the coming weeks. And if you're not watching the show live, well, here's an invitation for you. Join myself and Jon every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you're looking for somebody to get up with, you need an accountability partner. It costs nothing to hang out with us. And if you're aging and you're stuck and you're feeling shitty, well, the guy across the screen from you right now can help you out. Oh, yeah, the world of peptides, the guy's an expert. So the BPZ, trizepatide, the jodazide, the dudazide, the edazide, he'll help you with all the zides. Every zide in the world, Jon Anderson will help you with them all. Hey, brother, you're going to be happy today because I am. We have a dumb shit award today. You named it. You didn't even know it.
I saw Petro was saying something about that.
Yeah, so you named it because of your awesome vocabulary. So we officially have a dumb shit award, and we're going to award it to the dumbest person on the planet that just creates ridiculous news. And we got a guy here today. And then I thought between you naming it, and because we have a resident bullshit expert who just can find bullshit under any rock on the planet, we have the best segment ever.
Can we clarify this though? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no.
So when I say dumb shit,
yes,
there's two ways it can be looked at.
Okay.
I'm not calling a person.
No, I know.
I'm saying what's being done is dumb shit.
Yes.
Calling a person a bad name under any circumstance, no matter what they are, what they're doing, I try to veer away from that. Are they doing something dumb? Well, that's what dumb shit is.
So I'm glad you clarified that, because that's actually because you know what? There'll be times, I know you love me, you respect me, you hold me in high regard. I might do dumb shit. And you might say, hey, Billis, I'm giving you the dumb shit award. You're a pretty nice fella. You're a crazy son of a bitch, but I'm giving you a dumb shit award because you made a stupid decision last night. Yeah, same kind of thing. There you go. Right?
Exactly.
How was your 22 hours?
We all do dumb shit, whether we like it or not.
I didn't do nothing yesterday, dumb. Although I'm going to live much longer. Oh, fuck, man. I think the last 2 days, I might have added, Johnny, I may have added 10 years to my life in the last 48 hours.
You know, that's good for you, brother. And I think it's unfortunately on the flip side of that.
Yes,
you know, my life expectancy work has not been up to par lately.
Well, you have a left hand and a right hand, brother.
What's that?
You have a left hand and a right hand.
Oh, it's not even. It's like I've just been so like overwhelmed with shit going on. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. It's like, fuck. It just seems like the last couple of weeks, sometimes it's just shit comes at you. You know, it's not single file.
I get you.
I'm really good at knocking down single file shit.
Yeah.
It's been coming in for it. So it's just one of those, you know, I guess it's almost a perfect example of what happens when, you know, when people get too busy or, you know, we all get a little taste of that. And it rarely happens to me, but it's in the last couple of weeks, it's been, you know, and then in total transparency, Tara and I had a little bit of I want to say a beef. We could probably misunderstanding or maybe just a little bit of a boil up, which then also creates a little distance, which then just makes it even tougher. So but the last couple of weeks has been different. Normally, you know, we got a schedule for that shit.
Dude, there's nothing I hate more. Oh, wrong choice. Sorry. There's nothing I strongly dislike more. And I mean this so much love. And I think you can align any man right now who loves their wife adoringly, you know, even through the ups and downs, it gets frustrating when we get it a sync, eh? Especially when you both kind of don't know it, and you're like, and you want to be in sync, but you're not, and you kind of know you're not, and it's just a cycle of relationships in life. Nobody's at fault. There's no beef. It's the cycle. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, brother.
Dude,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And Terry and I, dude, because I'm an extremist by nature.
Yes, I know you are. Well, so am I. Yes.
And so we will go like to the crazy extremes, to the point where, like, okay, this is almost like unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like we need to do some other shit besides this with our time at night, and then there'll be other times when it'll go the other way, So it's the cycles they come from all sides.
Yeah, well, and I bet you, like myself and Lauren, and again, guys, what you know about me and John, we part of the value of the show is offering our lives for you guys, because I think that's the relatability of it all. I think like you and Lauren, you have your patterns. I'm sorry, like me and Lauren, like you and Terry, you have your patterns, right? I know you do. Like we all have our patterns where.
Oh God, are you kidding me? Right. I'm big fucking patterns. All I am.
Well, and because I'm so neurotic with awareness and paying attention, we've had conversations, and she's like, "Oh, there you are, Mr. fucking psychologist, pointing out the pattern again." I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's, exactly.
Fuck yeah. Because the patterns are, they're so helpful. Whether it's to establish or to understand, or the list goes on.
Well, so I'll tell you what those patterns have taught me, John. They've taught me, like you did in our early days hanging out together, around the idea of responding versus reacting versus responding, right? And then noticing the patterns, because as I was getting to know you and going through my new relationship, I was reacting and then realizing that there's a pattern happening there. I was like, wait a minute, if I can get in front of the pattern, I can break the pattern. Yep. And I did. And you know what I mean? It's
fucking empowering.
Oh, yes, especially when you have awareness around it and you can change your behavior.
Yeah, because most people will say, "Oh, it's just who I am. It's just the way I do it."
No. So hold on. It's okay. So hold on. I believe you'd agree with me here. It's okay to acknowledge it's who I am. You say it all the time. It's who I am. However, you own that. And what I mean by it is that when we own it, we acknowledge that.
I don't say it's who I am and own the shit that I need to fix.
Exactly. Yes. I
own the stuff that I've worked to put into place.
Bingo. Exactly.
Hey, funny side note. I don't know if I've ever told you this. So middle daughter is Taylor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I love that name, Taylor. It's actually it's one of my tops.
Okay.
But what I wanted to do with her before we found out the sex.
Yes.
I wanted to pick a name that could go either way.
Okay.
And we couldn't agree on one, but my number one name for this baby, which we didn't know was going to be a boy or girl, was Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No shit, eh?
Yeah.
Right?
What happens if it's a boy? I said, fuck, what do you mean what happens to a boy? Look at me. Fuck, you think Lauren's going to fucking slow him down?
Well, and Lauren's a man name too. Lauren could be. I've known Laurens that are men too.
Oh, dude, and I remember in high school.
Yeah,
there was a dude named Lauren Bell, probably one of the most fucking savage dudes that I can remember.
Dude, so so where I grew up, a lot of indigenous folks, especially part of the country where I grew up with a lot of bells. And dude, every bell I knew was a dangerous, crazy, strong motherfucker, right? It just would kick everybody's ass, man. It was like, oh, there's the bell. And just anybody I knew about it. Oh, fuck yeah, absolutely, right? Just ass kicker. Petrocelli, yep, that's a cop-out, backing out of a situation or commitment or avoiding responsibility for something. Yep, and I would say that many folks do.
You only fucking own the shit that you've worked hard to put in place.
Yes.
And you're proud of. The stuff that is not in place, the stuff that's off kilter, I should say.
Yes.
You own that in terms of I'm working on that.
Yes.
You don't say that's me,
Bingo. Exactly. All right, Sterling, Preston, I know you got some stuff on the counter for us to talk about. One of the topics, I got a dumb shit award.
Yeah, and listen, you two gay bastards better bring something better for me today. Jesus Christ, you're really choking here. Now, granted, I understand that your creator, your creator's language is not her first language is not English, so I'm giving you a little fucking wiggle room here. But come on, let's see what you got.
Enrollment, employment, and mental health trends for young men are sliding.
We'll show what's driving it and talk solutions.
Anxiety flaring?
Yeah. We brought 7 ridiculous fixes that actually work.
Trust is visual first. We'll show 7 cues that land as honest.
Yeah. Quick tweaks, real impact. You can use them today.
Night bathroom trips, what's normal at 25, 45, 70?
We'll map it by age and when it's worth checking.
The father wound, how old pain shapes adult choices.
We'll show signs men miss and how to start healing.
An AI CEO just reignited hustle versus balance.
We'll decode the claim and what it really asks of you.
The photo app wants your living room screen.
Short form is aiming big. We'll ask what it means for creators.
Geologists may have found a monster gold deposit.
Yeah, boom or bust for the region and markets. We'll break it down.
A third say they've tried romance with AI.
Wait, what?
And the dumb shit award goes to
An influencer who staged a dangerous cliff stunt.
What if the most powerful tool for a man's mental and emotional resilience has been overlooked in our modern pursuit of success? We're expected to be stoic, to tough it out, but this emotional armor is cracking under the weight of unspoken struggles and a lack of genuine connection. By creating spaces for open conversation and providing access to targeted support, we can dismantle the stigma and empower men to thrive. It's time to talk. It's time to listen. It's time to heal together.
Good morning, Marty.
What's up, Keithy?
How are you, brother? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Awesome to see you here. I'm actually really glad you're here for this conversation. We're going to kick it off. This is an important one we're going to have this morning, guys. There's data.
Real quick. If I missed that nickname all this time, Keithy?
I don't know. It's the first time I heard
Keithy.
it too.
Yeah, I just made it up just now.
I was like, shit, man. You guys realize you're on the air. This ain't a private conversation, right?
So, I'll tell you something. I'm glad.
Is there a little slip here? Jesus Christ.
Well, considering we're talking about Sterling and Preston, and Johnny's got a thing about that maybe Marty's referring to. But listen, the only person that calls me a Keithy is actually Brookie, my little Brookie, my bonus daughter. You know what's really cool about it? Is that she has a dad. She loves her dad. But she's also one of the only people on the planet that has a Keithy. Right. And she loves it. So, instead of her stepdad or bonus dad, she calls me her Keithy. And it's pretty cool because she has a dad and she has her Keithy. So when I hear Marty call it, I'm like, all right, brother, I can be your Keithy too.
See, I knew I heard it before.
Yeah, you did. Absolutely, you did. But hey, guys, I got a conversation I'm really glad Marty's here for. There's some data that's beginning to be revealed that boys and young men are falling behind across society. Here's some of the stats, guys. Education. Girls are up.
Real quick, just so funny. You said boys and young men?
Yeah. And John, I got a young boy. I got a couple of young daughters. You got 3 young daughters. But girls right now in education are outperforming boys in reading. Girls' GPAs are higher. Grad rates, 89% versus 83% in boys. Women's college enrollment, 66% versus men, 57%. Men are unfortunately choosing unlife more than women. Boys more often are diagnosed with ADHD and autism. There's more angst happening around young men than there are females on the planet. John, let's start with our brother Marty here. Marty, the guys you're hanging out with, and maybe you're at the end of this demo, but as you sit and look around and talk to men, are you getting a sense this is happening, Marty?
Well, this is a whole episode here, man, but we can keep it.
Let's talk about it.
I'll try to keep
Please.
it brief. Now, some of the stats you mentioned, I don't think are necessarily negative. Now, I think women operate better in those controlled environments than guys. I think we kind of just, we got to figure stuff out. And being under that structure isn't always the best way for us to thrive. Sometimes if you got a creative guy like myself or Johnny, who probably weren't the best students. I don't think you were either, Keith.
No, true, 100%. Yeah,
so it doesn't mean that we're falling behind. And then as far as the unalive and stuff, I just know that sometimes guys don't express themselves.
Yes.
And there isn't always an environment to do that. And then, I'm a couple generations behind you guys.
Yes.
You'll go on TikTok and you'll see a woman say, I just want my man to work and pay the bills and just shut up and don't talk, And when you have women, because that influences women, believe it or not.
Yes.
When you have women hearing stuff like that, they don't care about a guy's feelings. So it kind of just, it's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in. So I think that kind of adds to it.
John, you'd strike me that your daughters would not be that kind of woman she'd want her man to be an equal contributor and emotionally stable, et cetera, et cetera. What's your first reaction to
that would be a probably more than an expectation, a demand, or it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I agree with Mark. And I think if you take what he said and you boil it, you look at keep going down and keep distilling it, keep on simplifying it.
Yes.
Just from a biological standpoint, I don't know what the number is, but let's just pretend that women are biologically maturing 5 years faster.
Sure.
Maybe it's 3.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Think about that.
Yes.
Right. If I was a senior in high school and I was 21, I would be a very different student.
Yes.
So yes, the boys and the girls are the same age, but biologically they're different. And I think that's a huge part of it is that, boys tend to, they don't mature as quickly, which means they're not dealing with those situations as efficiently.
Yeah. I've been watching my young son grow, and he obviously, and Marty, I'm thinking about you a little bit here too. So Carter went to a private school, and I'm seeing him now, and I'm wondering just his private school versus public school situation, if there's an influence in that. He's now part of a hockey team, part of a situation, not even living at home. And he seems like a relatively grounded, got his shit together. And much of what I've witnessed, it seems like it came from the brotherhood of the private school, the structure, that brotherhood idea. And I'm really putting brotherhood on the table, Marty, because it strikes me that you maybe were raised the same way. You were part of teams, you were part of athletics. Your mom and dad made very positive choices for you for school. And then John, you found something really young at life, which was figuring your shit out. So you started getting into situations where you're putting yourself in other smaller teams, but organized and structure. I got to think there's a lot of value in that. Is that what some of the men, Marty? Structure, like the athletics, the purpose per se.
Yeah, I think guys need that.
Yes,
I think every boy should play sports.
Yes,
and every boy's not playing sports. Look at the
yes.
I hate to say it, but look at the amount of obese boys there are out here.
100%. Yes.
So I think guys will thrive more in that, where the women might thrive more in the classroom. It's just a biological difference. I don't think it's necessarily a negative thing, like I said earlier.
This, in many ways, John, when I think about your story, I would say, you always talk about your curse was your biggest blessing. This might actually be the strongest indicator of it in many ways.
What do you mean?
Well, had you not identified that your challenges were going to become your strengths, you've said before, you might be one of the 50% not performing. You'd be one of the ones not doing anything. You'd be the one lost in life. So you figured it out. You put structure around yourself. You found mentors. You found things you enjoyed. You found a purpose, and you got up and got after it. I can only imagine if you didn't discover that, where you would have ended up.
100%. 100%. I always make the joke, I'd be fucking working the register in a 7-Eleven.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting. So so for me, I think the way I would close this conversation on our young boys that, are still needing help is that, standards and support aren't opposites. They're a pair, right? So we want to coach the reps. We want to measure the progress. We want to keep the door open. And Marty said it best, man. We want to encourage men to speak. Right. And that's the whole purpose of the show, is to get up and get men going after it and get speaking.
I just want to add the most valuable things I've learned have been from the weight room and sports.
Yes.
It hasn't been from anything else. So I think that's where guys can lay their foundation. I think that's best.
I will say the same thing, man. The gym's taught me more than anything. Gym in the dressing room. I've learned more in the gym and more in the dressing room my entire life. John, I would admit, I'd be willing to bet you were the exact same way.
Yeah, I mean, it's because you develop a few fundamentals.
Yes,
and it doesn't take but a few fundamentals to really excel in this world where people are missing these fucking fundamentals. Like, just discipline. When you really develop discipline, you've separated yourself.
Yes.
It's just that simple. And if any activity where you're having to constantly overcome adversity, you're going to have there's going to be some discipline being developed.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, let's keep the conversation going here. Good morning, everybody. Hanging with Keith, Jon, and Marty here on Mornings in the Lab. Hey, so if there's anybody who has any doubt around the future of content, I'm going to throw something on the table. And I thought, again, when I'm always thinking about conversations, I'm thinking about the three of us. Because if it impacts the three of us, I'm going to suspect it's going to impact our audience. Johnny, you're a content creator. Marty, you're a content creator. And obviously, so am I. Well, Instagram is moving to the living room. Yep. They are working on a television app. So if there's anybody who doesn't understand that the world of TV is what our apps are, this is any more indicator of it. So, they took forever to create an iPad app, but Jon, Marty, keep leaning into IG because over time they're going to move that content into the living room. And as we know, YouTube is the biggest channel on the planet. Instagram is looking to do that as well. So they're going to be launching a television app. I'd imagine in the next 6 to 8 months. Marty.
Remember the other day when I said that everyone was on TikTok saying Instagram's dead? And I was like, that's just not, it's not happening, bro.
No.
That's not happening. Yeah.
Well, so you know what, Marty? The same way that Keith and Jon joke that we grew up with our three channels, NBC, CBS, and Fox, right? Or Jon, it was forever before Fox. It was an NBC, CBS, and ABC, and then Fox showed up, right? The fourth one, right?
Fox was the fourth. That was oh my God, we got a fourth channel.
Yeah, I know. And it was all new and exciting because the way they were broadcasting stuff. It's the same thing now. You got TikTok, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, right? So this one doesn't surprise me. So I tell you guys, because while it's not going to have any impact on your business today, I can assure you that as you're planning into 2026, Jon and Marty, be thinking about your IG content and how it might be displayed on a television set because it is coming around the corner. All right, something else here, guys, and this is what I thought was a good one too. Was that there's a CEO of an $8 billion AI company that says it's mind-boggling that people think you can work 38 hours a week and have a work-life balance and be successful.
How many? 38?
Yeah. So, and he's rounding it down because the old adage, Johnny, is I work 40 hours a week. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, and Jon, so do you, and Marty, so do you, that think that that's what being an entrepreneur is. Putting your 40 hours in, balancing life, and getting up and getting after it and doing it again the next day. And this guy is like, no, you actually need to be working probably 60 to 8 hours, and every single minute you're awake, you're probably working on your business. And if you don't think otherwise, I'm not sure what the hell you are doing. Jon, comments on this one?
Well, I mean, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think the mistake people make is they go into entrepreneurship focusing on the dollar bill, and they just basically, it's like they have a job, and what I mean by job is it's something they're doing for money. Granted, they're not trading their time for money; it's not a paycheck anymore. But when you start a business around something that that you really enjoy, then you don't feel how many, oh my God, I've worked. I mean, I don't feel like I work. I'm busy. Hell yes, I'm busy.
Yes.
But I mean, the stuff that I'm doing, so much of it I would be doing even if I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to challenge you, Anderson. I don't even know if I like when you say the word busy, because, and I'm going to actually challenge both you guys, because when you guys use the word busy, I feel like you throw yourself in the bucket with the normal person who's busy and who's not being productive and who's not.
Well, I'm definitely using that term for people.
I know you are. But you know what I mean by that, right? Because I think too often we get caught up in being busy and we're not being productive, and we're being busy. Oh, I put 40 hours in this week, but I'm not getting anything done. Well, you're not doing the right things.
I mean, there's no question that, it's like the average man is too busy. The elite man finds the time. So it's like when you're on the elite side of the fence, this vocabulary is kind of yours to play with how you choose. if you're average dude, don't tell me you're busy.
You did not become an elite strongman, elite wrestler, and elite bodybuilder by choosing to have a life balance of working 38 hours a week and making sure you're home for dinner every single day at 5 o'clock.
No, I mean, keep in mind there were plenty of we had breakfast with our girls every fucking morning, all the way up to the point where their schedules broke and it didn't work anymore. So we found ways to, keep our family tight and do what we did, even with the lifestyle that I led.
Yes.
But the bottom line is I still think, the point I'm really trying to drive home is that if you've created a business around something you want to do, it's a totally different conversation, because people use work as like, oh, I work. And of course there's always work. That's another word I don't like to use either.
I know.
Because I don't really feel like I work.
Well, that's why I believe if anybody is going to become an entrepreneur or going to choose to build their own business with their own money and time, I really believe the choice you need to make first is to go make a commitment to yourself in the gym, and however you want to identify the gym, and then break down what that commitment is going to be, because it's not just 30 minutes, right? So, because if you enjoy it and you're good at it, then you're going to do good in business. Because that's where you got to have the fun, is the progress and failing day after day and failing day after day. And if you enjoy that, then go and put your hand up and say, I want to go to business together. Go in business.
Well, here's the thing. And I used to say this all the time, the habits that build this are the same habits that build my businesses, my family, build my position in life.
Yes.
So, at very least, if the gym is something that maybe you don't like or whatever it is, just look at it as an exercise to build your discipline, which will build your life.
100%. Yes. I said to anybody, you've heard me say it many times, go run a marathon, go do a lift, go do a bodybuilding competition, but create a commitment to yourself in quote unquote a gym for an extended period of time. And if you enjoy that, then make the commitment to build a business, because it's the same thing. Marty, it's the same thing. There's no difference to it, frankly. No difference at all.
Yeah, it's literally the same, man. I've had numerous clients who, when they get their shit together in the gym, other areas of their lives get better.
Yes.
It's particularly the women, they start choosing better men. People get better with their money. People's businesses grow. and even for myself, since I just started a new business, I'm gonna change my training style.
There you go.
It gives me something else to lock into and stay consistent with. So.
Yes. Hey, Johnny, this one's for Marty. I thought of this one for Marty. So, and if he answers that, if his answer makes us nervous, we might have to kick him off the show, because there's three of us here, Johnny. There's three of us here.
Johnny, don't kill me, man.
A third of Americans, that means there's one of us three, say they've had a romantic relationship with artificial intelligence.
It ain't me,
Marty.
It ain't me.
Mark, let me give you a piece of advice. Mark, this is what you got to do, brother. These situations in the future, don't be the first one to speak up and defend yourself. You look guilty.
What I was going to say. You're right. I'll take that L.
So funny.
But if we had to choose, let's ask the chat. If we had to choose one of the three to have an artificial relationship, who would it be? It wouldn't be me and Johnny.
We know the answer is going to be Keithy.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing, guys. So this little study is about 1,000 people. Almost 30% of U.S. adults, North American adults, reported an intimate/romantic relationship with AI. And higher among Gen Z and higher amongst young men. And I'll say this, I think this stat supports what's happening over on Elon's platform. If you spend any time on Elon's platform, and he's like, all right, there's a bunch of horny young men out there in the world. We're going to give them a place to come hang out on X and Grok, and we'll give them whatever they want. Marty, you know exactly what I'm talking about, brother.
Yeah, Twitter is insane.
Yeah.
And, it's on Instagram, too. They have like these AI women that they look like models.
Yes.
And people go and comment and say, hey, you're so beautiful. And it literally says in their bio, AI model. It's ridiculous, man. We're down bad out here.
There we go. Coming up, we got a dumb shit award covered. Before we do that, though, hey Johnny, I know you're a smart investor. You got your money in a bunch of different piles around the planet. Do you got big investments in gold, brother, or are you kind of half? I don't want details, but just curious. You got some money in gold?
Oh yeah, it's actually got gold and silver. I'm heavier in silver than gold because if you look at the ratios, the ratio will tell you what's a better buy. It's so lopsided right now. The ratio is like almost triple what it should be. So whenever that ratio levels itself back out, it's probably going to get even closer because we use so much silver.
Yes,
and we don't actually mine for it. It's a byproduct of mining for other shit.
Interesting.
So because of that, it's the supply is getting shorter, right?
Okay.
And the ratio is getting bigger, which makes no sense. So at some point when all of the dust settles, that ratio is going to sink back up where it's supposed to be, even if it goes to where it normally was, which I think is going to tighten up because we use so much now. It's like a 4x bam, just like that.
Yeah. Well, I asked because there is,
and they just reclassified it too, which is a fucking game changer.
Interesting. Geologists may have just found the world's largest, John, gold deposit, and
if that happens too, then of course, gold is, think about it.
Yeah,
it's really weird. Gold has no actual fucking use. It's just scarce. That's
yes, that's it. No, you're absolutely right. That's exactly
other than jewelry, but it's like silver. Fuck, they need this for missile heads and fucking computers and everything else. There's an actual need. They just classified it as a scarce mineral or some crazy shit.
Yeah. So there's where's my notes here?
But if they find a whopping pot of gold, silver again is going to take a big move.
So reports cite a supergiant gold deposit beneath the Wanggu field in China, suggesting, Marty, 1,000 tons of gold with mapped veins and modeling-based projections. Headlines compare it to the South Deep out in Africa, but it's there's China already leads gold production, but there's some curiosity around how this might impact the market with this massive gold discovery.
But real quick on that level, if I saw somebody just like the silver stuff.
Yeah, Tom Ritchie from the Greatest Canvas podcast. Like John gives you more reasons every day to love him. Silver is Tom Ritchie.
Well, but here's the thing: you got to have it in hand. Don't buy the paper, because I believe that if there's a call where it's time, okay, everybody wants their silver.
Yes,
you're gonna have 5 people with a fucking piece of paper showing up that are claiming the same fucking piece. So you've got to have the tangible fucking metal in your hand.
Yes.
Like when I bought it, I just kept fucking going, and literally, it's kind of a fucking pain in the ass. You're fucking walking out of there with a goddamn duffel bag that's ready to fucking rip.
Yeah. All right. Well, I promise we're moving from gold and silver to the dumb shit award.
And then put that shit in the safety deposit box, by the way, too.
There's your tips from John Anderson this morning. Put your precious metals in the safety. Did you know that there's not many places? There's less and less folks with safety deposit boxes on the planet. Did you know that?
Well, here's the thing.
Generational.
I kind of get that because people are having less and less trust in banks, right?
Well, and it's interesting too, John, is that it's a generational thing. So Marty, for example, Christopher Martin, or as Bernard was laughing, if Keith starts calling him Chrissy, we should all beware. So, hey Chrissy, hey Keithy, no Marty.
No.
Marty, did you grow up with? Are you familiar with? Do you have a safety deposit box? You know what we're talking about?
No, I don't.
And seriously, you don't, right?
I don't. Yeah.
And I'm not surprised, John, because I've talked to a lot of folks in Johnny's generation that are like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So Marty, inside the bank, there's like a big vault. Inside the vault are a bunch of other little vaults. So John and Terry have physical materials like gold or silver or paperwork or jewelry or stuff that they don't want to store at their house. He would go to the bank and rent a safety deposit box to put it into the bank. John gets a key, the bank gets a key, and the only way he can get into that safety deposit box is if he goes in and gets the key with the other person. And I'm not surprised that you don't know what it is, because many folks don't, and less and less folks are using safety deposit boxes.
Well, and here's the, like, when you hear people that don't like them,
Yeah.
it's because their argument is, oh my goodness, you know, what if the bank goes down or blah, 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 blah. I hear you. Okay. But if that's the fucking case, we got bigger fucking problems than what you got in that box.
Well, John, we both been alive for how many years? And when's the last time our banks have closed in 50 years? Never.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, it's just kind of like, you got to look at the, okay, yes, that would cause a problem for you, but the problem that caused your problem is so fucking big, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Marty?
Yeah, Orange Man might close the banks. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, though, and it's interesting because, you know, you got Bernard saying, I trust the bank less. Holroyd says, I have a safe. It's all at home. And I know there's there's an ideology where folks are less and less trusting banks. I got to be honest, Anderson, I've done a little bit of research on this. There might be a business model around standalone safety deposit buildings, right? Where it's not a bank, but it's
those already exist.
Oh, do they? I haven't seen them in the States. Do they? Yeah, they do, eh?
Yeah. I mean, you can get that for your metal.
Oh, okay.
But see, when I said safety deposit box, everybody just assumed I was talking about a bank.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's also, I guess there's storage lockers, right? I never thought of, like, there's a storage locker you can put stuff into as well, where people store people and dead
safety
bodies.
Deposit box is a pretty fucking.
I got those, Keith.
What storage boxes?
I got storage boxes. Yeah. Ain't no people in there though.
I was just gonna say, there's some fucking whack jobs put people in those. Listen, I watched some documentary a while back where some dude kidnapped a woman and stored her in a storage container for a couple of weeks. Yeah,
wow, a big fucking container.
It's crazy.
But on this whole thing with metal, dude, gold is like over $4,100 right now.
Yeah, it's gone through the fucking roof, eh?
Fucking the last 2 years has doubled.
Yes. Yeah. All right, guys, I promised a dumb shit award this morning. And as Johnny, you know, so lovingly clarified, this is not about putting the dumb shit trophy on the human. It's on the act that a human may have been involved with. Well, Marty, we know how influencers and creators and folks like to do dumb shit. Well, an influencer, a father, threw his 7-year-old son off a cliff for bravery and a viral video. Yeah.
How far down was? Let's define cliff.
Yeah, was there water under or?
So let me just get the notes here. So the kid lived. The kid lived. The kid was thrown down off the cliff, and the kid was caught and everything. And it was just this idea of being on the cliff and within the camera lens showing the influencer doing this event, like throwing them off the cliff, so that in the frame it showed this act of bravery with the child, right? So, and then the guy got, you know, the guy was chastised across social platforms, as he should be. The kid lived, but at what point do we need to encourage people to stop exploiting our children with stupid stuff like this?
Well, I still want to know, define cliff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just saw an image, and I don't know whether the cliff was a 3-foot cliff, 10.
It's a fucked up act either way.
The whole thing.
Are we talking 100 fucking feet, or are we talking 3 feet?
Well, so the kid lived, and it was tossed off of a quote unquote cliff. So whether it was a 3-foot, 10-foot, but the reality was, John, is that Mama was filming, and Daddy just took the kid and in the frame threw him off to create the illusion to Marty that I got a brave child jumping off the cliff, and the kid lived. But just the whole idea is a dumb shit award.
Anything for a fucking like, I guess, huh? Jesus Christ.
That's what it is, man.
God damn.
Well, people get these rewards for posting, especially on TikTok. I mean, you get a viral video on TikTok, you get a million. What is it? 1 million views, $1,000. So I think I know it's not a lot, but people will do it.
Yeah, it is what it is, eh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Did he get arrested or anything? No?
I don't know. I didn't find the news on that, if the guy was arrested.
Maybe if we start arresting people for doing shit like that, maybe stuff will change.
I got to think at some point along the way that's going to happen. right? Somebody's going to be arrested for stupid, crazy shit. So anyways, good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith, Jon, and Marty here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Hey, Jimmy, let's do a lifestyle tip with Anderson. And yeah, we'll do a lifestyle tip with Anderson, and we'll come back and keep the show rock and rolling. And then I want to get into let's get into 7 body language tweaks that make men instantly more trustworthy. So, Jimmy, let's do a pivot to Anderson's lifestyle tip, and then we'll come back and keep the show rock and rolling. Can we do that, Jimmy?